The largest restaurant chain on earth, even bigger than McDonald's, is vanishing one storefront at a time. And the story everybody tells is that they just got too big, but they didn't get too big. They built an empire on a customer who's running out of money. Hi, everybody. Stephen here again, and welcome back. I'm an active futurist trader, and I've spent over 20 years watching consumer behavior telegraph what economists figure out 6 months later. And this one shouts loudly. If you get even 1% smarter during this video, though, be sure to hit subscribe and throw us a like. It helps us make these videos daily. So here's the official version. Subway is overexpanded. Too many locations too close together. Franchisees were cannibalizing each other. They're right-sizing, normal business pruning, move along, nothing to see here. But let's look at some actual data. 729 locations have closed through 2025, and it's a 10th consecutive year of net closures. 10 years in a row, the store count peaked at 27,000 in 2015, and it's been falling every single year since. Between 2016 and 2025, Subway closed a net of 8,345 U.S. restaurants. Think of that, 8,000. That number alone would rank among the 5 largest restaurant chains in America. And that's just the stores that Subway shut down. See, here's what that actually means, though. If you pulled all the Subways that have closed since 2015 and lined them up as their own brand, you'd have the 5th biggest fast food chain in the country. That's how large the collapse has been. And the headline version calls it right-sizing. Now watch what happens when you trace out the customers. See, Subway was built on a very specific promise. Eat fresh, better than a burger, healthier, more affordable. And that pitch worked when the consumer had a little money but wanted to feel good about their choices. That's a very particular budget sweet spot. It's not the rock bottom buyer, but the aspirational value buyer. The person who orders the veggie sub and thinks they're making the smart call. That person is getting obliterated right now. Grocery inflation is up 25% over 3 years. Rent eating 40-50% of take-home salaries for millions of households. That aspirational value buyer, they're not choosing between Subway and Chipotle. They're choosing between Subway and cooking at home. And more often, they're just staying at home. Here's where it gets sharp, though. Subway's same-store sales have been declining since 2012. Not 2020 when COVID hit. Not when inflation spiked a few years ago, but just 2012. That's 14 years of falling revenue per location. The closures aren't the problem. They're just a symptom of a problem that's been building for over a decade. See, the brand got stale. The product stayed mediocre, and the customer they depended on just got poorer. Now, here's the part that the restaurant industry trade press buries and hopes you never see. See, while Subway has been closing 8,000 plus locations, Chipotle is expanding. Jersey Mike's has been expanding. McDonald's just announced a plan to hit 50,000 global locations by the end of 2027, and they're on track. The brands with pricing power are growing. The brands in the squeezed middle, they're shrinking. Subway has tried to respond, of course. They relaunched with better bread, updated recipes, a whole brand refresh since 2021, and it helped a little. But you can't renovate your way out of a structural economic problem. If your customer base is getting poorer every year, a new logo doesn't fix that. Wendy's is closing up to 350 domestic locations in 2026. A Hardee's franchise, which we covered on this channel, just went to Chapter 7. 77 stores gone overnight. Farmer Boys filed for bankruptcy protection in March. So it's not one brand struggling. It's actually a tier of the market that's under systemic pressure. And that's the K-shape in plain language, you see. At the top of the economy, premium experiences are growing. There's better food, better service, higher tickets, and healthy margins. But at the bottom, the ultra-discount player wins on price alone. The brands dying are the ones stuck in the middle, the ones that needed the working-class consumer to have a little breathing room to spend. That consumer doesn't have breathing room right now, and you can map the closures directly on top of that pressure. The Subway isn't a restaurant story. It's a household income story, and the fact that 10 years of consecutive closures is being called right-sizing tells you everything about how comfortable we are pretending that the economy is fine. Now, if you want a deeper read on where this all heads, how consumer compression works across the entire economy, go over to my main channel. It's where I do long-form presentations of this stuff every day. If you want to know how I've taught over 1,300 students to read the markets and make consistent payouts of 100, $200 or more per day, click the link in the pinned comment and check out 1K a day. It's my own course. If you use the code K-Shaped, you're going to own it for life for just $199. Both those links are in the pinned comment below. Now, Spirit Airlines recently went bankrupt, but what does that really mean for the average consumer? Well, more than you know. Click the video next to my head. We made a video on the slow motion train wreck before they finally bit the bullet. Go watch that, and I will see you in the next video.